How is it going, everyone? As of recording this video, just woke up from a long night of Helldiving, and it was really my first lengthy session of playing the game, and man, oh man, am I really enjoying it. I can give you guys my initial impressions, but they're essentially what I thought this game was gonna be. Last night, it was getting pretty late when I was really sitting down and getting into it, so I was only playing with one of my friends, and we were doing a duo run, but man, this game is a ton of fun, and really, I'm not taking it too seriously. You're not supposed to take a game like Helldivers 2 too seriously. It gets incredibly challenging, and you know what it is? If my boy kills me, which has happened quite a few times, if I kill my boy, which has happened quite a few times, we don't get salty at each other. It's more humorous than anything, and I think, like, this is a game that certainly is challenging, but at the same time, I can, like, kick back and have a great time. But by the end of last night, man, I was in the state of, like, oh my god, I've been staring at this screen for so damn long. But last night was just filled with so many laughs and just such a great time. Like, I love this game. This game is so great. And if you have yet to pick it up and you're looking for something that's an over-the-top action co-op game where, yes, it is challenging and it is super over-the-top and it's a lot of fun, but at the same time, it's absolutely hilarious as well, and it's honestly, like, one of the best co-op experiences I've had. Now, truth be told, these days, I'm not playing a lot of multiplayer games and doing co-op with a lot of my friends. I'm more of a single-player guy these days, but as Helldivers 2 was coming out, I was like, man, this looks like such an over-the-top chaotic game that maybe it'll be one of those things where I'll have, like, long gaming sessions with my boys. And as far as last night goes, man, that was some of the most fun I've had in a video game. It's not like I'm super narratively compelled or anything like that, but Helldivers 2 really gets the fun factor right. And man, some of the stratagems in this game are just crazy. Launching in the orbital nuke and then accidentally nuking your boy as well. I mean, that never gets old. Stuff like that is absolutely hilarious, and being on the clock putting in these Konami codes to try to, like, figure it out and, you know, call in these weapons, I think it's hilarious, and it's just a great time. Obviously, there are some issues with the game, but my experience last night post-patch was really good. We didn't do any matchmaking, so it was just me and my boy playing. You know, obviously people are looking for a 4-player squad, but I just figured, you know, we're both in the same call. It'll be a little easier. But as far as performance goes and crashing goes, I had no issues on that. I maxed out the game on my PC as well. It looks pretty damn good. I don't think it's like a blowaway game, but some of the craziness going on with so many enemies on screen and whatnot, I think it looks fairly good. And my experience was rather good, outside of one thing. For a little while, the anti-cheat, I don't know what was going on, but I constantly was getting an error that my PC couldn't connect to the anti-cheat servers or whatever, and then I just clicked the button and it continually opened the page to the website. I was like, this is pretty lame, it doesn't really even illustrate how to fix this, and I'm not going through and trying everything. So I just, like, restarted my PC and fingers crossed, hoped it worked. That's always, like, the low IQ thing you could do to fix anything. As far as PC related, back in the day, it was like blow into the cartridge, and these days it's turn your PC off and on to, like, fix something, and guess what? It fixed the damn thing. So I was hell diving right away. So yeah, that was my low IQ brain coming in. But I do want to also go over some updated stats for the game. Yesterday, it was looking pretty dicey as far as the reception for the game goes. It was mixed at 52%. When I recorded the video yesterday, mixed at 52% is what this game was sitting at, and a lot of that was because of the performance issues, because of the matchmaking issues. Performance issues aren't that crazy, but it's really the matchmaking issues. And obviously for a multiplayer co-op driven game like this, like, matchmaking issues is a real problem. Nobody's trying to play this game solo, so, like, you gotta fix that ASAP. And then there's also talk of the anti-cheat that has kernel level access. Like, some people are gonna be okay with that. Other people get skeeved out over stuff like that. I'm not crazy about anti-cheat to that level, but, you know, for some people, they're not gonna care. Whatever. There were some negative reviews attached to that as well, but mostly it seems like the matchmaking. However, since the matchmaking got resolved, and I think since more people have put more and more time into it, it has shot up from 52% positive to 69% positive with 10,622 reviews. That's a sizable amount of reviews as well. So it's 1% 100% short of being mostly positive as far as reception goes. If the momentum continues for the game today, it's gonna hit mostly positive, no problem. You really want to get to a point where you're at very positive is 80% plus. So if they can get to that, I would be pretty happy. There's no way, I don't think, at least this weekend, the game's gonna hit overwhelmingly positive. That's 95% positive. That's just not gonna happen. But if you can get to very positive, that'd be great. At the very least, again, mostly positive would be a nice direction to go. As I'm recording this video, it is 9 a.m. The game is at 64,000 players. It is kind of early, so maybe a little bit later, an hour or two, it's gonna jolt up in players even more. But I did see when I was playing the game yesterday, the game was around 80,000 players, so that was a very successful number and even better than what the game had been doing earlier in the day. And we're talking, you know, late Friday night. So that's a very healthy number for a game like this. And where did it peak at? It peaked at around 81,000 players. So, you know, as I was playing, I remember seeing 80,000+. So 81,000 is its peak right now. And again, that's a super, super healthy number for a game that a couple weeks ago, I thought this game was going to absolutely tank just because the promotion wasn't there, the marketing wasn't there. But for multiplayer-centric games like this, word of mouth is more powerful than anything. And to a smaller extent comparatively to that big game that came out recently, word of mouth has really popped off on this game. And I hope as they do fix things, as the reception goes from mixed to mostly positive, hopefully that's what you would want. And I don't see why it wouldn't be received well, because the game itself is fantastic. Yeah, there are some microtransaction elements. There is a premium battle pass and a regular battle pass, and there's weapons attached to those battle passes, but you can get the super credits by just playing the game, and the super credits can get you the premium battle pass, and the regular battle pass, everybody just gets it right out the gate. But yeah, there are weapons, cosmetics, things of that nature tied to it, but I guess you can't even call it a battle pass since battle pass would be limited time. The war bonds are there forever, so like, you know, that's one of the things that does set it apart from other live service titles where it's not really relying on the FOMO, like, oh my god, the battle pass is only available for X amount of time, you better do all the content, guys. But nah, the premium war bonds are gonna be there forever, so take that for what you will. But it'll be interesting to see how this game does over the course of the weekend. Like, 80,000 is certainly a good peak to be at, and again, ultimately it'll be really where does this game settle at, and hopefully it settles at a fairly healthy number. But right now it's doing a lot better than I had thought it would do. Again, to reiterate, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, Persona 3 Reload, some of the bigger games recently, those peaked at around mid 40,000, and Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, which was, you know, an anime-style co-op focused game, that peaked at like 110,000. So, you know, Helldivers 2, all things considered, doing fairly well. A stat that I guess is also pretty cool is that Helldivers 2, with the 81,000 concurrent players, has surpassed the previous peak that a PlayStation game had reached on PC, and that was held by God of War 2018. Now, obviously, it's a different ballgame when you compare Helldivers 2 to those other games, given that Helldivers 2 is a day one release on PC versus God of War, which came out, what was it? I believe it came out January of 2021, so that was like a 3-year turnaround. Horizon was a 3-year turnaround. Those games came out at a delayed period. The God of War was actually 2022, so it was closer to 4 years, but you get the idea. They were delayed releases, where Helldivers 2 is a day one release, but still, you're talking about some juggernaut IPs, and there was a lot of novelty to those PlayStation games coming to PC, even if they were delayed, like a God of War, a Spider-Man, so on and so forth. So that's an impressive number that Helldivers 2 does hold on to, and an impressive stat for them. But that's gonna do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts. I'm sure some of you guys have put more hours into the game. I am having a blast with this game, and it's taking me back to some of my favorite multiplayer experiences, but at the same time, it's not one of those games that I'm getting super try-hard in and raging. It's more of a fun game that I'm like, yo, this is a blast to play, and even if I die, I'm like, who cares, bro? Did you just see what happened in that mission? That was hilarious. And yeah, I'm just having a great time. It's one of those multiplayer games that I'm not getting too salty in, and obviously it's co-op focused, and I'm playing with my boy, so it's not like, you know, my boy's pretty cool as well, so it's not like he's gonna get super salty because I'm trash at the game. Oh my god, I am trashed here at this game right now, by the way, and I'm sure like some of the people you play with, guys, if you play with me, you're gonna be sick to your stomach. Maybe I should just settle to playing co-op with people I know, because I am garbage at this game. But nonetheless, that's gonna do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts, your experiences with the game so far. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.